He can't look too cute, otherwise the bears might eat him.
Hello everyone and welcome to today's video where I've got a Mondo Llama Paint Your Own Nutcracker kit and I have 2 of them because my husband is going to be painting one too.
Hey guys, thanks for having me.
And I cannot wait to paint these with him. We've got a lot of fun coming ahead. So before I begin, like and subscribe and let's get started on painting these nutcrackers. First up is the unboxing of the nutcrackers. They were looking pretty cool.
Yeah, I was pretty excited going into this. I was a little bit bummed that his arms are like stuck glued down because it's just an extra thing to work around, but pretty cool stuff.
And you pointed out that he does move his mouth or whatever that is in his chest. And it came with a lot of different things to use. Like, honestly, too much to use. You were like, well, it just means we have options. But it was a lot of stuff, so.
Yes, I immediately decided that my guy was going to be some kind of enchanted figure, so I just gave him gem eyes. And that's really all I used in terms of stuff, other than the paint.
Oh, wow. That's cool. Yeah. Well, no, you used the tinsel, too.
Oh, that's right. He had to have an axe because, like, we're not going necessarily for the cute Christmas nutcracker. We're going for, like, the dystopian, like, deep snow nutcracker here on my side.
I went for the cute Christmas nutcracker. I decided that those Mondo Llama colors weren't cutting it for me. They weren't Christmassy enough. So I used this deeper red and green. And then you also decided to use that same red.
Yeah, it was really good, though. It was a really good red. Like, the red they had was nice, like, in terms of color. But it wasn't dystopian red. Like, this is a dystopian red.
I feel like it was Christmas red.
So you pointed this out to me while you were doing the edits, but apparently I like to make Enchanted Bob here talk. So almost every time you got footage of me interacting with him, I was just moving his mouth up and down.
Well, like, every time you would want to show the camera, like, what you were creating, you would just, like, show it and then move him around. But we just kept working on painting the base layers first, which was actually really difficult because we kept having to go back and forth with the same colors. Because, like, we'd paint the jacket red, and then we'd paint the, like, other stuff, and then we'd get a different color on the red jacket and have to go back and, like, repaint it. It was really a frustrating process because we had to repaint it so many times. But we were, like, on the same page pretty much the whole time, which was cool.
One of the things that's important to me is just that it stays fun as I'm working on it, and I just have to accept that maybe my skill level isn't as high as I might want it to be. And so I shoot for like a point where I'm like, I feel good about this, but I'm not necessarily frustrated.
It was hard to get it clean. Like, the lines, like, it had some dimension to it. So not everything was just flat. Like, you had to paint, like, super thin, tiny spaces to try and get it to, like, blend in and, like, make sense. But it was really hard to get them right. So
yeah.
Why did you choose, like, the color palette that you chose?
Yeah, I just want, like, I want Enchanted Bob here to live in a world where, 1, there's someone who is able to enchant him, make him come to life. And 2, like, he and his other guardsmen, like, they just live with bears. You know, like,
what?
They're like in some kind of winter wasteland and they've got like pet guard bears. And so he's just got to be ready for that kind of thing. Like, he's got to have the axe. He's got to, like, he can't look too cute. Otherwise the bears might eat him.
So I did more classic Christmas colors. But yeah, you went with that backstory, and that's why you got the axe. But now you're going to do some more details, so.
Yeah, thanks. Well, I wanted him to have like darker hair, and I was going to do black, but I just felt like with the hat, it would be confusing. So I went for brown using your acrylic paint pens, and I decided not to use the hair that they had given us. I don't know, it's not me. Like, it's cute for like the Christmassy thing. I have also like, and I have a lot of friends with beards, but I don't like the idea of Enchanted Bob eating something and then there's just all of this food in this white beard. It won't hide well. They eat nuts, right? Like, they gotta have a lot of those. I don't know. Anyways, I was just trying to keep this gentleman looking suave because he is a suave little man.
This nutcracker definitely could not even crack nuts, though. It's like maybe a already deshelled peanut. Like, yeah, maybe.
For sure. No, Enchanted Bob is definitely just the poster boy of the army. I tried to put, this is the roughest part, I tried to put in eyebrows, and actually I put the little jewels up too high so the pen wouldn't fit, so he's got like half an eyebrow on each side of his eye. But in terms of detail, I feel like I did a pretty good job of striking that balance of like showing what this character is, but not trying to overdo it in a way that I just can't like keep up with. So he's got buttons running down his coat. He's got a belt. Yeah, he's a pretty fancy gentleman. It's a little hard to see, but he's got a mustache and a little goat wisp And he's
Yeah,
looking good.
I thought you did really good with yours. I immediately went straight for the glitter. It was funny though because like I was trying to open it and I didn't know how, so I ended up using scissors and then found out there was like a little cap inside. So like basically just don't do anything that I just did if you're gonna do this too. I tried to use it on like the parts that were yellow, but the gold wasn't working how I thought it would. Like I wanted the whole thing to transform from yellow to gold, and it was just putting like gold sparkles over it. So I took one of those acrylic markers as well in gold and just went over every single part that was yellow and transformed it into gold instead. And then I just kind of went crazy with all of the sparkles and details. You know that like once I start with the sparkles, I just love how they look. So I got a hold of these little glitter stars and I used the entire pack of mine, and then I also got into yours because I was like, you're done, right? Can I use these stars? And you said yes. So I used basically all of the stars that came in both packs, which I was complaining that they gave us too much and now I needed more.
No, yeah, you're doing
and
great.
more
It looks
sparkles.
great.
So I wanted to basically use everything that had glitter that came in the pack. So I added in like all these little details and the green X's, which I'm not sure what they wanted you to use like green sparkle X's for. And then I used a little bit of tinsel around the hat to make it look super cute and fun. And then I got hold of this glitter glue, but I try to open it right this time, even though it still went a little bit crazy. And I did spend a lot of time on this. This took like 45 minutes, I think, to like deck it out. And like after I'd finished, like I remember you were like, oh, I feel like yours is like really detailed.
Yeah.
But it is interesting because like I was looking back and you did like 9 minutes of like detailing.
yeah?
So
Okay.
it's kind of interesting though to see like the difference between one, like our visions, but two, just like the amount of time me with glitter and
I don't
sparkle
think I've seen this
can do.
actually.
Like what?
I don't know. I never saw him without his white hair, like in that in between phase.
Oh yeah.
Dang.
Do you feel like he needed the white hair, or would you not?
I
done
think
it?
it's a vibe for him. Like you definitely you rocked it. You rocked what you put on there, and like he looks great.
I wanted
yeah.
him to be like Christmas, you know?
He definitely embodies Christmas. Like Santa Claus is shaking in his boots looking at this guy.
Yeah, it was still functioning, even though the beard hair they gave you was like super long. I made him a little 3-star general on his hat, mostly because I couldn't stop adding sparkles. I decided to just write Christmas at the bottom for some reason. I think it's because he's like the general of Christmas,
Right.
perhaps. And then I added in a whole bunch more glitter, because why not, you know?
Dude, that makes me think like of your character story. Like, is he so sparkly and Christmassy that when he walks, he's just dropping glitter?
Yes.
Like, does he leave
yes,
a trail of
he
glitter?
actually is. It was getting everywhere and
I
like
love
all over
that.
my hands. It was pretty wild. But here they are together, finished, walking in, doing their little march.
The fated meetup.
I think they look so cool. I actually really like. I think my favorite part about yours is like his eyes. Like I love that they sparkle.
Do you think our characters would understand each other? Like, could
No,
no?
I don't think so. I think they might be like rivals or enemies or
Interesting.
something.
You're on the other side of the tracks, kind of
Yeah,
thing.
I think so.
Okay. Well, you're a general. I've got an axe. Anyways, Enchanted Bob here. This is what he looks like when we turn him around. And this is his story. A winter underland, a snowy dystopia. A wizard creates Enchanted Bob to save Snowyopolis. But can he do it? He's Enchanted Bob.
I feel like I know nothing about the plot of this
Yeah.
or his character. He's
an underdog, for sure.
For mine, I definitely just had Christmas on the brain. I wanted to use only Christmas colors, so I used red, white, green, and gold. And he was definitely leaving glitter everywhere, like you said. So that's definitely part of his backstory. People always know where he's at because there is a path of glitter everywhere. He's a 3-star general. Obviously, you fill in the pieces. He's obviously a hero of war. I don't know. He just embodies Christmas. Has some bald spots. He's a little old, but I think they look really good together.
Yeah, I agree. I think our stories can kind of go together if my character's super confused and doesn't understand that he's the villain in your story.
I definitely think that they look like they're in the same world, but like different fonts. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure.
I think that would be really
That's
good.
great.
This was such a fun project to do with you, so thank you so much for painting them with me.
Oh, yeah. Well, thank you guys for letting me join forces with you.
Yeah, be sure to like and subscribe if you like this video, and if you want more of Ben, and thank you so much for watching. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.